This half hour, tips on how to stay safe this holiday weekend and what area first responders are hoping you do to avoid any accidents. Also, students are back in class this week. We have a look at what's ahead to come for this semester at UW System schools.
And it's going to be a hot, dry, and windy day here. We have some issues with fire weather and also some record level heat. I'll break down how hot and when the rain actually will come here later this week.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on Weekend Mornings. It is Sunday, August 3rd. I'm Kyle Pazorski. Let's begin by taking a look outside this morning with Greg Barnhart. What's it going to be like for today, Greg?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a hot day once again, probably even hotter than yesterday and drier. So we still have the alert day in effect. Once again, it'll be highs in the 90 to 96 range. Actually, it will be hotter as we go further north. This should actually be up to 100, but also we have the heat advisory right now for areas from La Crosse up to the north. That's a combination today of temperature, but then humidity will come into a factor here tomorrow or Tuesday for that area, so that's why the heat advisory is out. The red flag issue for the combination of dry fuels, hot temperatures, and lower relative humidity could be fire spread for the areas highlighted here. That's what we're dealing with too. Areas to the east, not quite as bad, but still elevated fire concerns too, so keep that in mind also if you're out and about. Overall, big picture shows the whole ridge is holding all the storm track to the north and to the west, so right now we're in the heat range of it. Just a few high cirrus clouds coming overhead. North will clear, but all the precipitation is well to the north and east of the area. Overall temperatures around 60s in the south, up to the 70s up to the north. Overall, if you look at the relative humidity right now, still okay, but already we're starting to see getting down to the 50 percentile. There's your temperatures for today for Madison, getting up to the low to mid 90s. La Crosse, we could hit that century mark here, the first time maybe since 1978. I'll break down when the rain comes and those cooler temperatures later this week, later in the broadcast.
Thank you so much, Greg. We'll check back in just a bit. A reminder for those enjoying the long weekend, the DNR is warning of increased fire risks. They ask that you avoid burning, including campfires, because of hot, dry, and windy conditions, which could spark a wildfire, even turning a small bonfire out of control. If you plan to spend time outside, be mindful of any off-road vehicles and other equipment which could drag chains and cause a spark. Fire crews responded to 10 different wildfires in the past week. And as we've been telling you, it's going to be hot this weekend. Many are expected to cool down on the water. The Dane County Sheriff's Office is reminding people to use smart judgment when it comes to safety and alcohol consumption. Deputies will be patrolling the lakes all weekend long, and they also want to remind you that when boats are moving, all passengers must be seated. Deputies will also be making sure boats are properly lit so they can be seen from a distance after sunset. The Biden administration has proposed new nursing home rules due to worker shortages across the nation. The proposal by the Centers for Medicine and Medicaid Services would require nursing homes to hire more workers, but it did not include money to pay for the new hires. It also calls for at least one registered nurse on duty at all times and at least one nurse aside for every 10 residents. The proposed standard was prompted following the hardships faced during the coronavirus pandemic when 200,000 nursing homes residents died. Some nursing home operations say this standard is not possible without additional funding for higher wages. In Israel, over 100 people have been injured in a clash between pro and anti-government forces in the streets of the country's capital. Israel's emergency service said more than 114 people had been treated for injuries, including dozens of police officers. 8 of the injuries were serious. Israeli police later said that 49 officers had been injured and 39 people were arrested. Police fired live ammunition while extricating themselves from the crowds. It was not immediately clear if any of the day's injuries were from the police live fire. Authorities said rocks, clubs, and other weapons were thrown at police during the incident. Back in the U.S., with calm waters returning to the Florida coast, conservation efforts have continued on an adult loggerhead sea turtle was released this week in the Florida Keys, swimming into the Atlantic Ocean after recovering from a severe trap line entanglement. A crowd of well-wishers watched while staff and volunteers from the Key-based Turtles Hospital helped release the over 200-pound female dubbed Tina.
All species of sea turtles in the United States are listed on the Endangered Species Act. Tina was a reproductive female, so it's most important to get these gals back out to sea doing what they do best, and that's making more baby sea turtles.
The loggerhead was rescued in July off Big Pine Key after boaters Tina and Randy Summerlin spotted her entangled with a trap line around her neck. Singer and songwriter Jimmy Buffett died at the age of 76 on Friday. The man behind Margaritaville had a career that spanned more than 50 years. We take a look back at his life and music.
It's a rare singer whose sound sums up an entire way of life. Jimmy Buffett's music inspired millions.
Hey, I wonder where they all disappeared.
A statement on his website said Buffett passed away peacefully, surrounded by his family, friends, music, and dogs. He lived his life like a song till the very last breath. Buffett was born in Mississippi and raised in Alabama along the Gulf Coast. In 2017, he told CBS Sunday Morning how he got his start singing on the streets of New Orleans.
Do you think there would be a Jimmy Buffett if there wasn't a New Orleans?
That's a very interesting question. I don't think there ever would have been. I mean, those years being here really were formative years for me.
Buffett performed on more than 50 albums, but it was his song Margaritaville that first really struck a chord. Released in 1977, it was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2016, and it launched an empire of restaurants, developments, and resorts that stretch from Key West to the island of Manhattan. Forbes estimated his net worth at more than $1 billion.
Strange things happen, but I'm glad, as I said, it's been a pretty good song.
Buffett's fans, called Parrot Heads, followed his tours coast to coast.
It's all about fun and friends and good times.
A songwriter who knew how to enjoy life and helped so many others enjoy it too.
Looking ahead, there's a traffic alert you'll need to know if you commute through downtown Madison. On Wednesday, South Broome Street will fully close from West Wilson Street to John Nolan Drive. Construction has already closed inbound lanes, but now the outbound lanes will also close beginning at 6 a.m. on Wednesday morning. Outbound traffic on South Bassett Street will need to detour on West Doty Street to North Bedford Street to North Shore Drive. The closure is expected to last a week and a half, reopening by the end of Saturday, September 16th. Classes begin at all UW system campuses this week. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reports that 10 of the 13 campuses are projected to run deficits this school year, with UW-Madison to bear the brunt, losing $7 million in this year's budget cut. The fall semester also brings changes to two of the system's schools. Platteville and Whitewater will welcome new chancellors, both beginning their first full semesters on the job. It will also be one of the last for lacrosse chancellor Joe Gow, who will step down at the end of the school year. UW-Milwaukee, Lacrosse, Stevens Point, Platteville, and Whitewater begin classes Tuesday, while Madison, Eau Claire, Green Bay, and Oshkosh begin on Wednesday. Still ahead, our weekly Eye on Consumer report, and you're taking another live look outside. Greg has another check of the forecast next on Weekend Mornings.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes! Everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Planning a remodel? Don't toss your cabinets, furniture, and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Your items stay out of landfills while proceeds create housing solutions for hardworking families. Build a stronger community with Habitat Restore of Dane County.
America, come along with our adventure seekers, the Sanchez family, and discover summer with the Ford F-150. See how available features like Pro Trailer Backup Assist make backing up as easy as turning a knob. Watch as Pro Power on board lights up the night. And Ford Blue Cruise makes driving even more fun. During the final days, get FlexBuy on a F-150 and get 3.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $1,500 FlexBuy, $1,000 Trade Assist, and $500 low APR cash.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting. so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up US Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Here's your parachute. Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you for imprint certain? Certainty matters, like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
We wanted to be able to enjoy all 4 seasons, and patio enclosures helped us make that dream come true.
The one and only patio enclosures.
I would have to hold my back as I got off the rug, but I didn't want to stop sitting on the floor because that's where I do most of my teaching. After I decided my pain was too much, I went to the doctor, and the doctor said it might be my feet. Suggested that I do visit the Good Feet store. After I went to the Good Feet store, I realized that you don't have to live in constant pain. They took my pain away.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes! Everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Along with the hot conditions, we've got the red flag warnings, and really the thing of worry about red flags is all these conditions from the low humidity, the strong winds, dead or dry fuels. But the one thing really is the key on this is if a fire starts, it really means that it could get out of control quite quickly, and that's why they issue a red flag warning under these circumstances too. Precipitation, we're going to see some eventually come. It looks like late Tuesday through Wednesday for showers and thunderstorms. Maybe strong or severe. We'll have to keep an eye on that. It just depends on timing. The good news, once we get through the record and the hot conditions, dry, it'll be a little bit more muggy come Tuesday, but then really the second half of this week and through next weekend look very comfortable, back to the 70s to around 80, so much better conditions going on. Overall, we're going to see the flow begin to southwest to west. That's going to keep the drier southwest flow. Eventually, as the system out to the west begins to approach, we're going to start seeing the southerly push of moisture, and that's when the dew points will start coming in a little bit tomorrow, but you'll definitely feel it coming into Tuesday, more muggy conditions. And then here comes the front with the low to the west of that, bring showers and thunderstorms west areas probably late Tuesday, and then Tuesday night into Wednesday as it pushes through the area. Really, that low is going to track right across northern Wisconsin, so you're going to have showers and thunderstorms, and then coming into Wednesday and Thursday, it's just going to wrap that northwest fall down. Cloudy conditions, more fall-like probably for Wednesday into Thursday, so definitely will be a change. Precipitation more towards the north, towards closer to the low. Otherwise, we could see maybe a half to a quarter. If we get stronger storms, probably a little bit more than this, but once again, won't be a widespread rain, but definitely will be a best shot we've seen in quite a while. There's your severe risk right now, just a marginal, just because of the uncertainty and timing, but something for northwest Wisconsin, southeast Minnesota. We'll have to keep an eye on that area late Tuesday going into Tuesday. If time comes, we could see some stronger severe. Otherwise, you see the temperatures today getting up into the mid to upper 90s, southwest winds, very hot conditions. Tonight, the temperatures won't fall off that much. Probably barely get to 70 or just to the upper 60s waking up. And then tomorrow, a little bit more moisture, so a little bit more humidity, but still mainly dry, getting up to the mid to upper 90s. And then you'll start seeing the southerly winds start to increase. And that's a concern that we'll see for more moisture. Today, here's your relative humidity. Could be below 30% at times in certain areas. Going through the night, it comes back up. But then tomorrow, we'll probably see a little bit better conditions for relative humidity in the afternoon. Maybe more 40s to near 50. Still dry in certain areas, but I don't think it'll be as bad. The winds won't be as strong probably as we look at for areas to the south. Heat and seas, really today is going to be closer to the actual temperature, 100 around La Crosse. Tomorrow, you might see a little bit boost in that because the dew points do come up. Maybe the heat index will be a little bit closer, a little bit higher than the actual temperature. Still, the hottest area will be probably to the western areas, La Crosse up to the north, where they'll see probably close to 100. down in southern Wisconsin, probably still around the actual temperature of mid to upper 90s, but still hot overall. The good news is, once again, we'll get the showers and thunderstorms come Tuesday into Wednesday. We drop those temperatures back to the 80s Wednesday, and then 70s to end the week. Same story for La Crosse, too. Once we get past Tuesday, everything falls back to the 70s, and then looks fairly comparable through next week. Once again, the rain chance Tuesday into Wednesday. Unfortunately, not much chance of rain really looks like after that.
Thank you, Greg. X, which is the company formerly known as Twitter, has just updated its privacy policy. It's an update that could mean users will have more personal information exposed on the site. The company says it may start collecting and using, quote, biometric information for safety, security, and identification purposes. Doing so, it says, will help fight impersonation attempts. X also says it may start collecting users' employment and educational history. The reason? To suggest potential job openings or to further target users with advertising. X's updates aren't new, though. Other social media companies already routinely collect this type of information. Cheaper prescriptions could soon be on the way for Medicare recipients. Kristen Lazar has that story and a look at the top cars criminals are taking in this Eye on Consumer report.
The Highway Loss Data Institute is out with its list of most stolen vehicles, and Dodge muscle cars are once again on top. The report finds thieves are targeting the Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat and the Dodge Charger Hemi, model years 2020 through 2022. Most of the vehicles in the top 20 are either pricey, powerful, or pickups. Many of the least stolen vehicles are electric, including all 4 Tesla models. Medicare says it will start negotiating prices on 10 drugs as part of its mandate to lower prescription prices for older Americans under the Inflation Reduction Act. The Biden administration says it chose the medications because they are some of the costliest covered by the health insurance program for seniors 65 and older. The negotiations mark the first time Medicare has been able to haggle over drug prices. And getting money out of an ATM is costing consumers more than ever before. A Bankrate study found the average out-of-network ATM fee is at a record $4.73. But experts say those fees are easily avoidable if you use an ATM within your bank's network. And that's your Eye on Consumer. I'm Christine Lazar, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Join me in the 608 weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. Save up to 27% when you bundle home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my brand new product, My Slippers. What makes My Slippers different from those other slippers is my exclusive 4-layer design. I wanted My Slippers to have everything you'd ever want in a pair of slippers.
When I first put my slippers on, I was like, wow, they feel great, and most importantly, they have the support that I need in a pair of slippers.
I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know we're having the biggest My Slipper closeout sale ever. Get our all-season My Slippers and sandals at clearance prices. They're made with our patented impact gel that absorbs and releases pressure so you can comfortably wear them all day long. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get our all-season My Slippers, originally on sale for $59.98, now only $25, or our sandals for just $19.50. Quantities are extremely limited, so please order now.
When migraine strikes, you're faced with a choice. Ride it out with the trade-offs of treating, or push through the pain and symptoms. With Ubrelvy, there's another option. One dose works fast to eliminate migraine pain. Treat it anytime, anywhere, without worrying where you are or if it's too late. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness. Migraine pain relief starts with you. Ask about Ubrelvy. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet, like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains. designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, we got the alert days in the forecast for really the entire area. For hot temperatures, could be the temperatures, the heat index, but also the fire condition. That's actually going to be one of the concerns today. For today, for the heat advisory, we have La Crosse up to the north through Tuesday, 6 p.m. further north just to 7 p.m. Today, it'll be the temperatures, more heat index as we go through more. Red flag warnings for the combination of all those. Could be rapid fire spread for southern Wisconsin. And then as you look at the temperatures, Century Mark potentially today record level, and also Monday record level temperatures for La Crosse too. Once again, a little bit more humid tomorrow. Otherwise, Madison mid-90s once again could be record level for both dates. Right now the records are about 95. A little bit more humid tomorrow just where the dew point starts coming back up. You'll notice more muggy conditions come Tuesday for both locations. A front's going to be coming. We'll have showers and thunderstorms come through Tuesday and Wednesday, followed by much cooler and more comfortable conditions.
Thank you, Greg. A Colorado Springs couple is getting attention for driving their convertible with a giant fake giraffe in the back. They say they do it just to be funny and bring joy to other drivers on the road. Lindsay Grew reports.
It is so funny watching people. They're taking pictures of us, they're smiling, they're waving.
It all started with a daughter who loved giraffes.
I was redecorating my daughter's bedroom and I ordered it online, and when it came I took it out of the box and it happened to be in the garage sitting next to an older convertible that we had, and I just thought, gee, I bet that looks funny in the back seat.
She drove the giraffe around the block and watched the neighborhood kids light up. She realized then that this could be an easy way to bring joy to others.
She came and said, oh, you got to do. I said, I ain't driving around with no giraffe in the car, Sally. And then she, oh, you just got to try. So I tried it once and I was hooked.
15 years later, Sprinkles the giraffe hits the road every single time the couple does. He is as much a part of the car as the steering wheel.
You definitely drive safe because you know if you cut someone off, they are going to remember that you were in a red convertible with a giraffe and they're going to find you.
Why do you do it?
To share blessing. I mean, really, that's what it's all about. Just sharing blessing, making people smile.
And in one special case, they tell me that Sprinkles helped a grieving family.
Large SUV pulled up beside us. They said, we just came from a funeral and we've been crying for 3 days. And this is the first time we've smiled. So that made us, that's why we do it.
Making Colorado Springs a better place, one drive at a time.
You know, some people have the gift of singing, some have the gift of art to bless other people. We have the gift of driving around with a giraffe in the backseat of the convertible.
Seems like a fun couple. In other news, Apollo Imports is recalling some of its electric scooters due to a potential fall hazard. According to the Consumer Product Safety Commission, the recall includes the Apollo Phantom V1, V2, and 60V electric scooters models. The affected models were sold between June of 2021 and May of this year. The CPSC says the bolt used to secure the front wheel and suspension assembly can become loose over time and break. This poses fall and injury hazards to consumers. The commission says it has received at least 7 reports of the bolt breaking and 3 people being injured. The CPSC says consumers should stop using the recalled scooters immediately and contact Apollo for a free replacement bolt. Officials believe a convicted murderer who escaped a prison near Philadelphia could still be in the area. 34-year-old Danilo Cavalcante broke out of the Chester County prison around 9 a.m. on Thursday. He was convicted of first-degree murder on August 16th for killing his former girlfriend in 2021. He was sentenced to life without parole this past week. All 5 suspects in the Montgomery, Alabama riverfront brawl case have entered pleas of not guilty. According to court records, Mary Todd and Richard Roberts were the only ones who appeared in court. Todd is charged with 3rd-degree assault, and Roberts is charged with 2 counts of 3rd-degree assault. Zachary Shipman, Alan Todd, and Reggie Ray all waived their court appearances. Shipman and Todd are both charged with third-degree assault. Ray is charged with disorderly conduct. A trial date for all 5 has been set for September 26th. While some people may see broken glass as trash, a Maine business owner sees it as a work of art. Brittany McCutcheon introduces us to an artist who works in a very unusual medium.
The beach is where I find peace. I really do. I love it. It makes me feel like I'm at home, especially growing up basically on the ocean. It kind of brings me back there.
Before moving to Brewer a few years ago, Andrea Gorecki spent a good part of her life on the ocean in Massachusetts.
Sea glass combing and like sea glass collecting. That was always something like my family did.
Then she started putting the pieces together. She created her company, The Social Glass, to sell her artwork and custom creations.
What do you do the most of? Lighthouses and lobsters. Lately, I've been doing a lot of custom houses.
As those custom orders got more intricate, the need grew for colors beyond what the New England coastline could offer.
All this brown was a full weekend in Squantum, Massachusetts. It's basically all the trash that comes off of Boston, but it's all sea glass.
That's when her family stepped in once again.
My father started making me tumbled glass so I could fulfill those orders, which is really, really cool. He has a whole procedure, which he likes to keep top secret, so I'm not allowed to tell you anything. My mom enjoys going to like thrift stores and picking bottles for like specific colors that I need.
While Gorecki's art allows her to connect with her out-of-state family, it also allows her to connect with herself.
A lot of times you can have your stress of your full-time job and then coming home. While it's also kind of a job, it's not really, it's a hobby and I like it. It's a stress reliever for me.
Other people see the beauty in her work too. She says she's honored to be let into the more intimate details of people's lives.
Especially the memorial ones when they're people that have passed away, or portraits of a special moment that they had with that person, or I've been getting requests for dogs. I always say like, thank you for trusting me, to make this piece.
One day, Gorecki says she hopes to turn all of her lighthouse pieces into a coffee table book. There's still a half-hour news ahead here on Weekend Mornings. Next, we're running through the morning's top headlines. Stick with us.
The fresh timer starts the minute a tomato gets picked. That's why at Pick and Save, we shorten the time from harvest to home. So no matter how you shop, you'll have more time to enjoy your fresh produce. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
I'm excited to announce that you've all made MyPillow 2.0 a huge success. And with your amazing support, we've been able to expand MyPillow's USA manufacturing and jobs. And to make room for this, we're clearing out a line of our Percale bed sheets. And to thank you, I'm bringing them to you at closeout prices. Use your promo code and you get my king size for only $39 a set. Queens, $35, fulls, $29, and twin size just $25. I'm interrupted this commercial to let you know that we've received the last 2 shipments of these Percale bed sheets, and because of this I've been able to add more colors, sizes, and even prints, and they're still at closeout prices. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen now. Use your promo code and you'll get my king size only $39 a set, queens $35, full $29, and twin size just $25. Order now. Once they're gone for good.
Lowe's knows that fall's shorter days call for bigger deals. Get the most out of your fall projects by getting the most out of our deals now. And with Lowe's Pay, it's never been easier to shop at Lowe's. Labor Day savings are here, in-store and online.
Right now, get a free footlong at Subway, like the Subway Series menu. Buy 1 footlong in the app, get 1 free. For free. That's what I'm talking about. Order in the Subway app today.
Whether you're working hard or hardly working, it's time to get a better night's sleep. And during the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. And get up to $900 off adjustable purple mattress sets. Or check out the Summit, now only $299.99. Save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and score a $300 gift. Plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress ends Monday.
At Pick and Save, everyone wins when it comes to savings because you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery as you do in store. So no matter how you shop, everyone saves big. Pick and save. Fresh for everyone.
Get ready for an improved news experience. The all-new Channel 3000 News app is here. Tailored for your news the way you want it with a customizable home page. Stay informed effortlessly. Swipe through articles without returning to the home screen. And no more waiting. The new app loads faster than ever, ensuring you get news updates instantly. Download the all-new Channel 3000 News app today. Your gateway to news your way. Powered by News 3 Now.
Right now, heavy rain in Nevada causing a soggy mess at the popular Burning Man Festival. We have the details on how it's forced road closures to the event. Also, a return to college football. The Badgers start the season off right with a win. A look at that and more this half hour.
We got hot record heat today along with some fire danger issues. I'll break down how hot it'll get, when it'll cool down, and if we'll see any rain in the forecast.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on Weekend Mornings. It's 1 minute past 7:30. Let's take a look outside with Greg Barnard. Greg, it's going to be a pretty great day outside today, isn't it?
Well, it's going to be hot. That's one thing, hot and breezy, and once again, concerned with the fire issue more or less. But we still have the alert days in effect for hot conditions up to 100 degrees. Won't be really the humidity today, but it's also the fire risk that we have dry and breezy conditions. Heat advisory for this is through Tuesday. Today will be temperatures more Monday, Tuesday. Maybe the heat index will get a little warmer. Up to the north, it's through today, too, before things change. The bigger story for southern Wisconsin is a combination of dry fuels, hot temperatures, low relative humidity will create rapid fire spread. So that's why there's a red flag out this evening. Even to the east, where things aren't as bad, still got some elevated fire concerns east of Madison. Overall temperatures right now are in the 71 at Madison, 74 Eau Claire, 72 La Crosse, already starting to warm up a little bit overall. Then as we track those temperatures out today, with cloud cover up to the north, a few sprinkles up to the east of Eau Claire, but we're not seeing much in that. Otherwise, record level temperatures probably reaching 100 La Crosse. The record's 95. We're also going to see record level temperatures for Madison. It's 92. We should get it up to 95. Later on, I'll break down when the rain comes and those cooler temperatures, hopefully later this week, all a little bit later in the broadcast.
Great. Thank you so much. We'll check back in just a bit. The Burning Man Festival in the Nevada desert has turned into a soggy mess, and authorities with the Bureau of Land Management are now turning people away from entering Black Rock City because of heavy rains that have forced road closures. More rain is expected in the forecast for the area. The annual event attracts tens of thousands of people from around the globe to the northwestern part of the state. They participate in art and community events during the week-long festival. It kicked off last Monday and runs through Tuesday. Organizers have told people already to conserve water, food, and fuel as they shelter in place. Across the world, Pope Francis is attending an interfaith gathering of Buddhist, Jewish, Muslim, and Christian faith representatives in Mongolia. It's part of Francis' effort to encourage the growth of one of the world's smallest and newest Catholic communities. It is also the first time a pope has visited the Asian country and comes at a time when the Vatican's relations with Mongolia's two powerful neighbors, that being Russia and China, are once again strained. SAG-AFTRA, which is already on strike against major TV and film companies, may authorize a second walkout, and it might come against major video game companies. The union announced this week it will seek authorization from its members to strike against several video game makers ahead of negotiations scheduled to resume later this month. The union says talks have reached a stalemate and the strike authorization vote is needed as the union tries to negotiate pay increases and protection from artificial intelligence. After 9 months of anticipation, speculation, and excitement, a new era of Wisconsin football kicked off at Camp Randall Saturday with the Badgers hosting the Buffalo Bulls. The game turned out to be one of the hottest in Camp Randall Stadium history. A total of 250 fans were placed under medical observation for heat-related issues. On the field, UW had to work through some early pressure before getting the win 38-17. While there are some things to clean up, new head coach Luke Fickell says he likes what he saw on the gridiron, saying, quote, "Maybe I have delusional expectations, but that's what's going to continue to drive us." They hit the road to play Washington State next week before returning home on September 16th to host Georgia Southern. If you were around the Capitol Square before the Badger game yesterday, you might have seen some food carts and vendors setting up for a Madison tradition. Taste in Madison is a free nonprofit event that is going throughout the weekend to celebrate local cuisine. The event features over 80 local food vendors and entertainment throughout the day. As a nonprofit event, they take donations which go to benefit different organizations like the River Food Pantry.
I love being able to hear all the different languages and to be able to see all the different ethnicities that Taste of Madison is representing. This is why I am from Wisconsin. I moved away and I moved back.
Taste of Madison runs through the rest of the weekend, taking place today between 11 and 7 p.m. Coming up, our Shane Hogan sits down with Dr. Rupa Shah comparing food allergies to food sensitivities. Health Conversations is next here on Weekend Mornings.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my brand new product, My Slippers. What makes My Slippers different from those other slippers is my exclusive 4-layer design. I wanted My Slippers to have everything you'd ever want in a pair of slippers.
When I first put my slippers on, I was like, wow, they feel great, and most importantly, they have the support that I need in a pair of slippers.
I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know we're having the biggest My Slipper closeout sale ever. Get our all-season My Slippers and sandals at clearance prices. They're made with our patented impact gel that absorbs and releases pressure so you can comfortably wear them all day long. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get our all-season My Slippers, originally on sale for $59.98, now only $25, or our sandals for just $19.50. Quantities are extremely limited, so please order now.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you work so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after a TNF blocker like Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq is different and may help. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can dramatically relieve RA and PSA symptoms, including fatigue for some. It can stop joint damage, and in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
You should Angie that.
Angie what?
Angie that. It means comparing custom quotes from skilled service professionals or booking at an upfront price so you can find the best price for you. Get started today at Angie.com.
It's easy to get lost in investment research. Introducing JP Morgan Personal Advisors.
Hey, David.
Connect with an advisor to create your personalized plan.
Let's find the right investments for your goals.
Okay, great.
JP Morgan Wealth Management.
Yeah, we're looking at heat effects this week, but not as bad as what we saw probably observed a couple weeks ago. But just to give you an idea, we're looking at that 90 to 100 range. Fire danger, once again, is high to very high, depending on areas. We do have those red flag warnings out for most of the area due to the combination of those conditions. Obviously, if you're going to do some sprinkler systems, we definitely do need the water. Try to avoid when the relative humidity is low percent. We're talking below 40%. You're just basically losing that to evaporation. So early morning or late night for both locations is the best. As you speak to, once again, same story for La Crosse. Those relative humidity is getting below 30%, so that is very dry and really going to lose a lot of that water that you do sprinkle on. Overall temperatures, once we get through the hot conditions, the good news is once we get through Tuesday, that'll be the last day, and then you see a lot of those blue colors start to show back up with temperatures actually going a little bit below up to the north. We're talking mid-70s for areas for Wednesday into Thursday, but overall, much more conditions expected for the rest of the week. Later on the broadcast, we'll break down what that front means in regards regards to rain chances, which we desperately need, that'll be coming up next on weather.
Thank you, Greg. In this morning's health conversation, our Shane Hogan sat down with Dr. Rupa Shah to talk about the differences in food allergies and food sensitivities. Here now is that conversation.
Allergies to nuts and shellfish are very common, and if you have one, you likely know it and know how to avoid it. But despite how careful you might be with the foods you're allergic to, it is possible that you're still consuming foods that your body is sensitive to in other ways. SSM Health family medicine physician and wellness coach Dr. Rupa Shah explains the difference between a food allergy and a food sensitivity. Now, this is really important. So let's start with what the difference is between a food allergy and a food sensitivity.
Yeah, so food allergies tend to be, obviously as they sound, more severe than a food sensitivity. They come on quicker. You can have lip swelling, tongue swelling, difficulty swallowing. You could have hives, difficulty breathing. So these are really severe, symptoms when we're talking about food allergies. Food sensitivities, they come on later, maybe even 72 hours later. A lot more to do with gas, bloating, maybe some discomfort. Some people can present with migraines, headaches, maybe some like rashes around the mouth, but not the more severe symptoms that you get with a true food allergy.
Right, and if you have an allergy, like we said, you probably know it, but it's that sensitivity that could maybe surprise you a little bit.
Yes, definitely.
Now, what are some of the symptoms of both allergies and sensitivities?
Yeah, so again, an allergy, you're gonna have maybe difficulty breathing, hives, throat swelling, and that's really a true medical emergency. So if that's happening, you should be reaching for an EpiPen if you have one, or definitely getting yourself to an urgent care or an emergency room. Food sensitivities, again, people can have rashes, they can have an upset stomach, migraine headaches. So it's going to be things that you feel unwell and you can't put your finger on it until you really start doing a food diary to see what are the foods that I've been consuming that could be contributing to these overall symptoms.
Yeah, you got to keep track of those things, especially if if you think there's a trend. Now, what are the most common foods that can cause a sensitivity? I think one that a lot of people are dealing with now, that gluten, you know, lots of gluten is causing issues for a lot of folks.
Gluten is a very common one. Truly, if you're allergic to it, you're going to have a celiac disease, which in and of itself is a true, kind of autoimmune process. But having a sensitivity to gluten, you could have some of those same symptoms like diarrhea, loose stools, stomach pains, things like that. But other foods that can cause issues are dairy. Lots of folks have lactose intolerance. Soy is another big one. Egg. So if you feel like you're having some issues with these foods, first you have to determine by talking to your physician, do you need to see an allergist who can test you for true food allergies versus maybe do you need to see a gastroenterologist who really specializes more in food sensitivities, celiac disease, those types of things.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. These are a lot of common foods, dairy, eggs, bread, and also, delicious foods as well, but important to know what you're sensitive to.
And sometimes you can even talk to your physician to try and do an elimination type of diet to start eliminating foods that you think might be the culprit in order to better figure out what it is.
Lots of good substitutes out there nowadays as well. Dr. Shah, where else can people find you?
They can find me on Instagram at Wellness with Dr. Shah.
All right, thank you as always.
Thank you.
Still ahead, Andrew Bancher breaks down Saturday's news and sports. Plus, let's take another live look outside. Greg has your full forecast just ahead.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Mark, a little help here?
Oh, keep it down. The noise is making them angry.
Whoa. Hey, I'm not a beekeeper, but I can replace these windows fast.
Let Feldco be the experts in your home renewal. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no interest for 1 year. And we'll get it done Feldco fast.
Buy one, get one free ends Labor Day. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Post says the key is under the Bisanguita cactus.
When you want to easily unlock your vacation.
Really helpful.
It matters where you stay. True by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Save on gas every Monday in September with Mega Meat Mondays at Hy-Vee. And get a 15-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver discount for every $25 in meat and seafood you buy. Stay steaks, chicken, ribs, hamburger, pork chops, bacon, deli meat, cheese, seafood, you name it. That's mega, right? Get a 15-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver discount for every $25 in meat and seafood you buy during Mega Meat Mondays, every Monday in September at Hy-Vee.
I'm excited to announce that you've all made MyPillow 2.0 a huge success. And with your amazing support, we've been able to expand MyPillow's USA manufacturing and jobs. And to make room for this, we're clearing out a line of our Percale bed sheets. And to thank you, I'm bringing them to you at closeout prices. Use your promo code and you get my king size for only $39 a set. Queens, $35, fulls, $29, and twin size just $25. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know that we've received the last 2 shipments of these Percale bed sheets. And because of this, I've been able to add more colors, sizes, and even prints. And they're still at closeout prices. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen now. Use your promo code and you'll get my king size only $39 a set, queens $35, full $29, and twin size just $25. Order now. Once they're gone for good.
Every single day, we help families that have been tragically impacted in truck crashes. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. Truck crash? Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, we talked about red flag warnings, but it's kind of an unknown thing around here too much what that means. But the low held humidity, the winds, the dry or dead fuels, that's fuel moisture. But the thing it really means is that if a fire starts, it could spread rapidly out of control, and that's why they're issued in these circumstances. Precipitation, we need it. We're going to get some Tuesday night into Wednesday with that front coming through. Could be strong to severe. We'll keep an eye to see how timing plays out with that one. The good news is once we get through the record temperatures and maybe more muggy conditions Tuesday, the second half of this week is much cooler, back to the 70s and 80s, and that looks to continue through next weekend too. Overall, big picture shows we still got this west flow, southwest flow, which is still dry heat. It's not until that system out to the west begins to approach that we start pulling up some moisture from the south. This will increase our dew points come late tomorrow, Monday, Labor Day, and then especially on Tuesday, you'll feel the muggy conditions. Here's the showers and thunderstorms come across. They'll probably hit western areas probably sometime Tuesday afternoon, and then overall Tuesday night we'll see that come through. Bigger picture shows the low really is going to come right to the north and sit there come Wednesday. So we're just going to get this wraparound flow, cloud cover, maybe more showers off and on. So Wednesday and then especially into Thursday could be more fall-like. So that's the good news. We'll definitely see those temperatures back down. Precipitation closer to the low, up to the north it'll clear, probably could get over an inch just because that'll go on Wednesday and Thursday. Otherwise areas down here it's a little bit more hit and miss with the front coming through. If we do get a stronger storm, we might get a little bit more, but otherwise we'll get something. It won't be enough really to help the drought conditions too much. Severe weather, we talked about this. Timing's going to make a big deal. So Tuesday afternoon, probably western Wisconsin. This is just marginal right now, one of the lower categories. We'll see if it does go up. It just depends on the timing of when that front comes through. We want late afternoon for severe weather. Otherwise, today we're going to get back into the 90s with the southwest winds increasing 10 to 20. Few more clouds north of Marshfield. That's where more cloud cover will continue. Otherwise, we go into tonight. Temperatures will fall back into the upper 60s, near 70 as you wake up for Monday morning. And then as we go through Monday, it's going to be very similar conditions, hot conditions getting in the afternoon. A little bit more humidity too, but still we're going to get up into the mid to upper 90s for most locations. Relative humidity today, look at these, you're going to get down below 30%, and that's why the fire issue is going on. We'll see that improve overnight, come back into the 50s, 60s, even 70s, but then tomorrow it'll come back down, maybe in the 30s to 40s. The winds won't be as strong tomorrow, so that's why the red flag doesn't go through tomorrow. Conditions may not be exact that. Otherwise, heat and disease today's really temperature is going to be the actual temperature, 100 degrees at La Crosse, more mid-90s. The humidity comes up a little bit tomorrow. That may boost the heat index a little bit higher than the temp tomorrow, but still we're not seeing too much in the way of moisture. Once again, heat and seas over 100 near La Crosse just because of the actual temperature. More mid-90s for southern Wisconsin. Still a hot day, but maybe not quite as much. The muggy conditions definitely will be back as we go into Tuesday, then showers and thunderstorms Tuesday and Wednesday. There's your cooler temperatures for the second half of the week. Same story for La Crosse, getting back into the 70s by Thursday. And next weekend looks much more comfortable with temperatures back in the 80s.
For nearly a year, we wondered what would the new look Badgers look like under Luke Fickell. Most assumed it would be dramatically different, including myself, but it really wasn't yesterday. If you boil down yesterday's season opener, it was just hard-nosed football anchored by the ground game. Sound familiar? It starts with Chez Mellusi. Half of the Badgers' two-headed monster reared its ugly head early. Mellusi pounds it home for the first touchdown of the Luke Fickell era. And these Badgers were just getting started on the ground game. Third quarter, Badgers up 4, and look at Mellusi again, dodging tacklers, working his way up the field, beating just about every bull on the field to the 30, to the 20. This may have been one of the best plays in all of college football yesterday. The 89-yard house call from Chez Mellusi brings it all the way home, and then later in the game, Braylon Allen had to get his turn right. Agent Zero breaks a tackle, bounces out to the right, and he's off to the races. Allen seals the deal for UW. The onslaught of rushing just overwhelmed Buffalo, leading to the Badgers whomping. Wisconsin wins their first game of the Luke Fickell era, 38-17, and our Zach Hanley was at Camp Randall and has the story of how the Badgers dominated in a familiar fashion.
Heading into Saturday, Luke Fickell said he knew Wisconsin was going to be able to run the ball, and boy, did they ever. Braylon Allen and Chez Mellusi combined for 298 yards and 4 touchdowns to will the new look Badgers to a win.
We're RBU at the end of the day. The offense, regardless of what type of philosophy it is or what the title of it is, it's going to go through the backs. Coach Spalding always says we're the adjusters of this offense.
We felt really good about our backs. It felt like Braylon and Chez were fresh, excited to really get out there and run again and show what they can do in this new offense. And I thought today they did a great job of doing that.
I mean, I see those guys every day. They're some of the most dynamic players, not only on this team, but in the conference and in the country. So for them to be able to be the players they are and our O-line to be able to block the way they did today, I think it's huge for our offense. It makes us, really dynamic and hard to guard.
After the game, Luke Fickell described his two-headed rushing attack not as a 1-2 punch, but a 1-1 punch. And number 1 and number 0 got the Badgers to 1-0. At Camp Randall Stadium, Zach Hanley, News 3 Sports.
That's your morning sports fix. Have a spectacular Sunday.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Save up to 27% when you bundle home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
What can you do with sensitive skin?
Okay, what a day. There's nothing in my way. I love it.
Cetaphil Moisturizing Cream hydrates for a full 48 hours. Because a lot can happen in 48 hours. Cetaphil. We do skin. You do you.
Wherever you go, wherever you stay, all you need is one key. Earn and use rewards across Expedia, Hotels.com, and Vrbo.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get up to $6,500 off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosures.
The Bulls Bands and Barrels Tour invades the Alliant Energy Center on Saturday, September 16th, featuring bull riding, barrel racing, ultimate bullfighting, with a live performance by Wiley Green. Bulls Bands and Barrels Tour, Saturday, September 16th, 7 p.m. at the Alliant Energy Center.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. Call today for free information.
Call 800-550-5543.
America, come along with our adventure seekers, the Sanchez family, and discover summer with the Ford F-150. see how available features like Pro Trailer Backup Assist make backing up as easy as turning a knob. Watch as Pro Power on board lights up the night. And Ford Blue Cruise makes driving even more fun. During the final days, get FlexBuy on an F-150 and get 3.9% APR financing for 66 months plus 1,500 FlexBuy, 1,000 Trade Assist, and 500 low APR cash.
Feel protected under our roof with expert agents who will find the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy your dreams. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Chief Meteorologist Gary Canulti here. Alert days are ahead for high heat and humidity. Stay safe, hydrate, and avoid outdoor activities. Wear light clothes, use air conditioning, check neighbors, and track the weather on the News 3 Now or First Warn Weather app.
Help us pack the truck to kick off Coats for Kids.
September 11th, News 3 Now is collecting kid-size winter coats at Clinky Cleaners on Monona Drive.
Stop by with a coat to keep kids warm this winter.
Pack the truck for Coats for Kids.
Finally this morning, Wisconsin is known as the dairy state. It's on our license plates. A side effect of the many cows scattered across the dairyland is that there's an abundant supply of cow chips. So of course, why not put those to good use and have some lighthearted competition? That's what organizers of the annual Wisconsin State Cow Chip Throw-In Festival thought to do. It took place in Prairie du Sac yesterday. Chip chuckers took to the grass to launch the chips as far as they could. The dried flat chips were primed for tossing. Of course, no gloves were allowed. Organizers we spoke to say they're already looking forward to continuing the tradition next year.
Maybe next year, if we could get a few more volunteers, it's going to be our 50th anniversary next year. So we might do a bigger thing and maybe go into the evenings and stuff.
The festival featured a large arts and crafts fair with over 125 exhibits from local artists in the community. There were also some unique entertainment acts like a tightrope. Greg Barner, were you out there throwing any of those chips?
I did plenty of that on the farm. I don't need to do it again.
Okay. Let's get one check of the final check of the forecast.
Well, we got hot and dry conditions right now. We're looking at alert days through Tuesday, and those fire dangers too are going on. We have the heat advisories up to the north of Crawford and northward for 6 p.m. Tuesday. Combination, they'll see a little bit more humidity. The big news for southern Wisconsin is the red flag warnings for rapid fire spread just because of those hot, dry, windy conditions along with the dry fuels. Record level temperatures both okay for La Crosse, 100 today, 98 tomorrow. A little bit more humid tomorrow, southern Wisconsin. Both record levels too. We're looking at mid-90s with more humidity coming tomorrow, but still hot and dry. The good news, rain comes Tuesday into Wednesday, along with cooler temperatures to follow. That's the same story for La Crosse too. Cooler temperatures to follow for the second half of the week. Much different conditions next weekend.
Thank you so much, Greg. Thank you all for watching. Have a great Sunday.